Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Aaliyah Amira. I help women break through mental clutter so that they can align with their highest and best self. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It's somewhere down below. And drop a comment and let me know who you are. Just drop your name and just say hello because I love connecting with new people. Really quick, before I get into today's topic, I want to share a short story with you about something that just happened to me recently. So, I previously did a video about the ego mind versus the higher self, and I posted it to Facebook. And then I'm in the car with my mom, and she was like, "Hey, you know that video that you posted the other day?" And I was like, "Yeah, what about that video?" And she was like, "Wow, you really look tired." And all I could do was laugh because you guys, I was so tired when I did that video, but it made me think of what I was saying about the ego mind, how it's always that voice just searching for perfection, perfection in everything. And it's funny that she brought it up because I definitely had that thought in my mind. And I was thinking, like, wow, should I put this out? Should I redo it? Should I wait till I'm more lively and upbeat? And then I was like, you know what? Done is better than perfect. Progress over perfection. So I was like, let me just get this out there because I definitely practice what I preach, you guys. No lie, like this actually happened just today. So I just wanted to bring that up because it definitely ties into that other video. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how the power of saying no can really change your life. It can literally change your life. And I know it may sound simple, right? Like people should just be able to say no, but you'd be surprised how many people actually struggle with just saying no every day in their life. I was definitely one of those people who struggled with saying no. When I was younger, it was so hard for me to just tell people no. And I think it's just because I would always try to avoid conflict of any kind. And I never really liked making people feel upset or angry or disappointed with me, right? So I just developed a habit of always saying yes to things, even when I really wanted to say no. And this also ties into yesterday's video. If you have not watched it, go back and watch it. But the ego mind is that mind that's always telling you to make other people happy, right? It wants to please other people and it wants other people to be happy, even if it's gonna make you uncomfortable. The ego mind doesn't care. So definitely be careful with that. Be careful saying yes when you really mean no. So I sat down and I wrote out a list of all the ways that saying no has helped me change my life in real life. I narrowed them down to three and I'm going to share them with you today. All right, so let's get into it. So, number one, saying no helps you to avoid unhealthy boundaries in your life, right? An example of an unhealthy boundary would be you telling someone that you're okay with something that they did, even though you're really not, right? You told them that you were all right and y'all are cool, even though you feel like you really had more that you wanted to say, but you just covered it up and you held it down. And you just said, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good, right? That's an unhealthy boundary because that person is not getting the real you, right? An unhealthy boundary could also be you ignoring situations that make you feel really uncomfortable, right? If you were to say no to something before it made you feel uncomfortable, you can prevent that situation before it even starts, right? Because it could get out of hand. So let's say that someone asks you to go somewhere with them, right? Being in this environment makes you feel uncomfortable. You don't want to let your friend down, and you want them to be happy, right? And so you just say yes. The problem is that they may continue to ask you because they don't know that it makes you uncomfortable. You told them yes. So they're expecting that you may want to go again and again and again, right? Again, you're not showing up as your real, true, and authentic self, right? So if you get into the habit of just saying no, you can prevent situations like that before they even start. Just say no. All right, so number two, we're on number two. All right, so saying no can prevent you from feeling overwhelmed or burnt out, okay? A simple no can just stop burnout, right? And I'm going to use myself as an example, but this can apply to a lot of different scenarios, but I'm just going to, use the one that I was in, okay? So, I have been working in corporate America since I was 18, right? And coming into corporate America, I was young, I was eager, I was excited, and I always felt like I had something to prove, right? I was typically working with older people who maybe had more education or more skills at the time. And so I would turn into the yes girl at work. I would turn into the yes girl. So every time there was like extra work to do, if they would ask me, I would say yes. If they would ask me to train a new person, I would say yes. If they would ask me to work overtime, I would say yes, right? I was saying yes to all of these things, even though they really annoyed me and I didn't really want to do it. And this would lead to me feeling burnt out at work, feeling underpaid and overworked, right? Feeling overwhelmed with the workload, and then not really wanting to say anything because I have already developed this expectation that I can do all of these things. And so now I don't want to go back on my word, right? Even though I am feeling super tired and burnt out. And it just causes a negative ripple effect, right? All of that could have been avoided if I would have just said no to begin with. Just say no. I could have just said no. I don't want to work overtime today. No, I don't want to take on additional tasks. No, I don't want to train the new person. I'm still a new person. Like a simple no would have just made everything so much easier. So, with me being that yes person at work, I would eventually quit. I would move on. I would tell myself this is not the job for me. They want too much. They're asking me to do too much. Bottom line is, I should have just said no. And moving forward, just say no, okay? If you're feeling burnt out or overwhelmed, just learn how to start saying no, and trust me, it will be okay and people will still like you. Just say no. All right, so number three, saying no will help you begin to align with your highest and best self, okay? And this definitely ties into my last video because briefly, the egoic self, right? It's always trying to hide you, to protect you, keep you safe, prove your self worth, and please other people. And then your higher self, on the other hand, it's always trying to keep you calm, it's trying to open you up, it's trying to help you let down your wall, it's trying to help you to show other people who you really are, right? Because people need to see your true self, right? It wants you to show up as your authentic self. And that's why saying no helps you to start to align with your higher self, because when you say no, you show up as the real you. People know exactly who you are and what you're about when you say no. If you say yes, you are creating unhealthy boundaries. You're setting unrealistic expectations. Now people expect this thing from you when you really feel like this over here, right? So as you develop the habit of just saying no, people know exactly what to expect and they don't have to guess. They know exactly who you are and how you show up every day in your life, okay? So that is how saying no can begin to help you to align with your highest and best self. So that is all I have for you guys today. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.